I really want to show you this new game that I just built, and I just posted this video about it a couple minutes ago, and it's about Cubeland. It's this game I just built, and I'll show it to you real quick right now. So yeah, okay, so there it is. So this is Cubeland. I'll go ahead and show just this. So this is Cubeland, and let me go ahead and just preview it for you so you can see what it is we built here. Let me shrink this down a little bit so you can see it a little better. There we go. Okay, cool. So yeah, so I made this game Cubeland. I just kind of go over like UI animations and things like that. And it's got this little cubey character who's got an awesome jump, this awesome flip jump. And he jumps from platform to platform, kicking butt and taking names, crashing into things. But it's all good. It's cool. So I was going to answer some questions about this, and I was going to help you out with any questions that you might have. I don't know if any of you have watched the video yet. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these questions here. Let's see here. Can I get free? Yellow boy, yeah, 2 times in a row, man. You got a streak going on. Hey Andy, dude, what's up, man? Dude, I love your comments. Your little bit of your comment on the first video about how to test apps and put them onto the iPhone. I thought that was a super good comment. I forgot to mention that when you plug in a new phone, the symbol files need to download and stuff. So basically what's going to happen is people are going to plug in their phones, they're going to try to run it, and it's going to say, once the symbol files have downloaded, it'll run your app. So they'll just have to wait a few minutes and it'll work. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it how it is. If I get a bunch of people saying, so I've got this big problem with symbol files and stuff like that, then I'll go ahead and change it, and I'll make the adaptation. But I think right now, people are going to be able to get the gist of it, and they'll just have to wait for that little download before it runs, and they'll still be good to go. Okay, so yeah, but thank you so much, Andy, for your comments, man. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna keep doing videos as much as I can and keep doing YouTube live. So I really like having you here. Okay. Yeah, cartoons by Julia. Nice. I'm gonna check out some of your cartoons. That's cool. Right timing. Heck yeah, it is. You gonna use only the platformer? You know what? I don't have to. I could show you other stuff today too. Just whatever questions that you have about Buildbox in general, I'll try to answer them as quickly as I can. If it happens, so this is what I'm gonna do. So if I get a question that I can't answer like right now on the fly, or I have trouble, I'll just do it. I'll make a video about it, or I'll do another live stream and I'll answer the questions then. And I'll just write it down real quick right here, so that I make sure that none of you get left out. All of your questions are answered. It's super important to me that everybody gets a chance and stuff. So the other thing is it's kind of like a first come first serve thing. So when I sign on to live stream, the people who ask the questions first, I'm gonna just go in that order. I'm just gonna go from the top of the list and work down. So I'm going to do my best to try to answer everybody's questions. But yeah, if you get here early, then that's an advantage. I think what I want to do is I want to start making a regular live show, so that everybody knows at this time you can come sign on and see me and answer questions. What I was really thinking about is doing it like in the evening when people are home from school or work, or unless you work like the night shift or something like that. I used to work a graveyard shift one time. That was brutal. But yeah, I want to start doing something in the evening so that I can, so we can all make games, like make games after work, make games after school, and you actually have a little bit of free time, hopefully, to do that. So yeah. Okay, so let me get back to answering questions here, because I'm just jibber jabbering. All right, let's see here. Can I get nope. Hey Al, man, Al Cox. I saw your video about you doubling down on Buildbox. I like that, man. I like to hear that. I saw you reading all those books about programming and JavaScript and Lua and all of that stuff. Oh man, I've been there. I spent months and months and months programming, like staying up all night and like going through loop after loop after loop, and just yeah, it was exhausting. I remember when I first found Buildbox, it was just like, oh, it was amazing. So yeah, I would double down on Buildbox as well. Clearly, I have. I once you once you go to Buildbox, you don't ever look back. Okay, so let me keep going down here. But it's good to see you, Al. I'm glad you're here. Um, so let's see here. Anis, how old are you? I don't know. He looks young. Okay, my question is, when you purchase Buildbox, till when should I pay? Oh, so yeah, you just go to buildbox.com. You go through the pages, and it'll take you through the purchase page, and you can see what the deal is. We have the everything collection going on right now, so you get a whole bunch of assets, a bunch of starting images. It's a really really good place to start. So I would just go to buildbox.com and start it up. Okay, Gamer Prox, hey, what's up, man? The game looks cool. Yeah, thanks, Yellow Boy. Dude, Danny Orjeda. I'm getting a little bit better at saying his name. It's a little bit tricky. It's a bit of a tongue twister. But yeah, he does the artwork, and he's amazing, man. I watched this video of him making something like, it sped it up. It was in like 10 times fast forward, so I just watched him go and make this really, really cool, thing called like, actually, I don't think I can say it because I think it's a little bit of a secret. It's one of our customers' games, so I can't really see it. But he helped like make a mock-up for it, and he's just a really talented artist. Is the point? He uses, just in case any of you were wondering, he uses Blender and he uses Photoshop. Another good technique, he said, is using Blender and then using like GIMP or maybe something like that, like a free Illustrator, to touch up certain areas and touch up certain things. So Blender, I believe, is free as well. So I was going to check that out pretty soon too, because I want to be like a super good artist and self-sufficient. I don't want to have to rely on other people to do my artwork. I mean, Danny's great, but it's like the whole point of Buildbox is to know that you can just do this on your own. Like it gives you the power to move forward here. So anyways, okay, so I'm gonna keep answering questions here, but I want to learn Blender too. So let's see here. Hi, Alcox. I was watching the videos. My goal is to get 5 times in a row. Yeah, Yellow Boy, you can do it. I believe in you, man. I think you got the. I think you got it. Oh my gosh. All right. Thanks, Prakash. Thank you. Thank you for the compliments. Needham, exporting to Android video. Yes. Okay. Good question. Okay, so I am on top of that. That's what I was working on the platformer game a little bit today. But I've got an Android phone right here. Okay, it's a Galaxy Note 2. I don't actually use Android that much. I've always used iPhone, but I really like Android a lot. And a lot of my students use it. And I also have this Nexus. So this is a Nexus tablet, and I'm gonna learn how to put it on there as well. I've put games on Android before. I've tested games out on Android before, but I haven't found a super good video tutorial that teaches you how to do everything and walks you through it. So I wanted to kind of remedy that and make something that's really easy to follow, flows really nicely. One person that kind of helped me out when I was initially learning how to put games onto Android was this guy named Christoph on the forums. I think he's got like more posts or more points than I think like anybody else. He's a legend. He's the man, the myth, and the legend on the Buildbox forum. So you can check out his Hey Zap mediation tutorial. That's actually kind of what helped me get Eclipse working and stuff. So and just so you know, when you're testing your games out on Android, you want to use Eclipse, not Android Studio. Eclipse is the way to go, and of course I'm gonna put a video up soon and teach you how to do that. But but yeah, I guess like one of the biggest tricks with doing Android is there's lots of different Android phones. I've noticed there's like the Nexus, there's the Galaxy, there's a whole bunch more that I don't even know. Some of them I can't pronounce, and so yeah, so I want to do like a really really good job of making sure I show how to put Buildbox games on all of those Androids, all of those different types of Android phones. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna do the best I can. Okay, so can Buildbox be used to create multiplayer or online games? It can. It can't be used right now for multiplayer. That's something that we're working on. But you know what you could do? I mean, so have you ever seen that like little hockey, like a little it's like air hockey game where people have fingers on either side of the screen and you can both play on the same screen at the same time. It's kind of like multiplayer, but yeah, it has that capability for sure. But yeah, we're still going to we're working on that. We're gonna add that capability eventually. Okay. Oh, so my question is, when I purchase Buildbox, when should I pay? I think it prompts you, it lets you enter in all of your information and you're able to pay right away, and you get an email with your license key so that you can activate it right away. So you should be good to go. If I'm not answering that question correctly, just maybe rephrase it or something like that. I hope I answered that correctly, or that's the answer that you were looking for. So where is Trey? Oh yes, good question. Where is Trey? Is he not over there? He's not over there. No, you know what? He's over there in the other office. Yeah, so I'm over here in the Buildbox office in Sausalito, California. It's just north of San Francisco. It's right across the Golden Gate Bridge. It's really really nice. I might be able to turn you off to the side here so you can see it. You know what? It's kind of a gloomy day anyways. I'll do that another day. I'll show you where we're at. But yeah, so this is cool. I'm over here in the office, so Trey's close by. All right, GamerProx, see you later. Hey, Alonzo, what's up, man? Oh, dude, Alonzo, I'm so glad you're here. Oh my gosh, I've been talking to this guy like on Facebook and Instagram. We've been talking. We were like gonna make a game together and stuff like that. And dude, he's a promising young man. I have big expectations for you, Alonzo. I'm proud of you, man. I think you're heading in the right direction. I got big. I think you got big things coming your way. Can I use no copyright music from YouTube? There is no problem. Yeah, you know what? When you're making your games with Buildbox, I would stay away with using music that's copyrighted and stuff like that. I would try to pick music that either you created or free source, like open source music that is just free. So I wouldn't try to use any music that's that it's already been copyrighted and stuff like that. I remember I had one student who really wanted to put the Naruto music on, and it actually was really sick. It like sounded really really good, and it fit his game perfectly. And I think that's kind of awesome. I think if you're just testing out your games and showing your friends and doing stuff like that, use whatever music you want. But when you're posting it or when you're launching it on Apple and you're submitting it to the Play Store and the App Store, then that's when you want to avoid using copyrighted music, because you're going to run into problems possibly down the road. So I'd avoid that. Okay, let's see here. Oh man, I need to catch up to some of these questions. I'm getting slow. Okay, let's see here. Thanks. Hello. I love Buildbox. Please do your best to always maintain this friendly, amazing software. Dude, yes, Mohammed. We're doing that. We are trying to. We're gonna keep doing this for as long as we can, and hopefully just get better and better and better and keep growing. That's what we want to do. Is we want to see growth in our community, and we want to see growth within our software. And the more people that use the software, and the more people that we can bring on board, then the more things that we can do. And we've got big plans. Our goal is to give game creation to the world. I want to see a world where anybody can make a game, because I grew up always wanting to make my own video games. It's like one of my dreams, and I know other kids felt the same way, but it's that coding thing is like such a daunting task. I mean, okay, so if you put in the time and the practice, anybody can learn to code, right? It's not beyond anybody's grasp, but it's the simplicity of Buildbox, the user friendliness of Buildbox is the future, in my opinion. I think that's where we want to see things headed. Because I see little students, young kids being able to make their games, and that's awesome. I feel like coding, doing programming for young ones is pretty difficult, but using Buildbox is not. I teach classes to young kids all the time, and go to different schools, and I do teaching sessions and training sessions, and I've seen kids as young as in fourth grade, about like 11, 12 years old. They handle it just fine. I worked with a group of fourth graders and fifth graders, so I'd like to see how young we can go. Like, what are some of the youngest Buildbox users? Okay, so let's see here. I should please do your best. Like, should I pay every single year or only once when you purchase it? Oh, okay. So what I would do, I guess it's tough because you have to be able to afford it all at once, but it makes most sense to me to be able to pay for Buildbox all at once so that you're saving money in the end. And if you're serious about it, I mean, if you're serious about making games and trying to get into the App Store and Play Store and make a business for yourself, and start a life where you're just making games for fun and for and support yourself, then I would go ahead and I'd commit to Buildbox. I think that's the best way to do it. I got some really great advice from what's his name? Oh shoot. Well, anyways, I'll have to come back. It'll hit me here in a second. But I got some great advice around December about because I was programming all of my games. I was programming all my games a long time ago, and I was staying up all night and just like wasting my life trying to code and make these games, and I was spending months on one game, and I was thinking, oh yeah, this is gonna be it. This game is gonna be the next Words with Friends or the next Flappy Bird, and everybody's gonna love it. But I got some advice about it's about quantity, not so much about spending all this time on one. And there's mixed opinions about this, okay? But let me put it to you this way. Okay, so David Reichelt, who made Color Switch, and we all know Color Switch was about as successful as you can get, and that game was made after him making 40 games, okay? And it was a quality game. I'm not saying that quantity is the only thing that matters and you just throw quality out the window, okay? What I'm saying is that it's better to make a lot of games, and so you have a better chance of being successful. It's more likely that if you have 100 games in the App Store, one of them becomes the next Flappy Bird or the next Angry Birds or some other bird, okay, or Color Switch. But yeah, so that's why I think you have a better chance with a multitude of games than just slaving your life away for years and years on one epic game. And I had a close friend who spent, I don't know, like 5 years making this like the best word game in the App Store. It's called War of Words. You should totally check it out, War of Words 2. And but he spent years making this game, and it's the best. It's the best game. I love it. But nobody plays it, and it sucks because it's just one of those things that's it's such good quality, but it's not being played by enough people. So ultimately, it doesn't work. Okay, so I'm gonna keep moving on real quick. I am talking too much. So do you have to use Buildbox's templates type, or can you literally build a game from the ground up with? Yes, you can totally build a game from the ground up not using any template. Think about this. How were those templates created? You had to use Buildbox just from the ground up to create those templates. So I would totally push try to extend, leave your comfort zone. Don't always follow the templates. The templates are a great place to start. It's a good place to like see different game movements, see different enemy character interactions, different style games. Maybe you're going around a circle, or maybe you got two circles that are spinning going like this. So it's a good place to start. But I would end with something that's completely original, and you can totally do it. That it has that capability. So you can start with like a default template, but then just change everything. Change everything how you like. Okay, real quick. Let's see here. What happens if you buy Buildbox and make a game and publish it and then refund it? So with Buildbox, I would. I think, you know what, let me just double check with something real quick, because I want to make sure I've got a perfect answer on this. So one second, I'm gonna go ask Trey to help me out with this question. 1 second. Okay, awesome. So I got Trey here.
What's up, guys?
He's the man.
Yeah. So what are we talking about?
So somebody asked if what happens if you buy Buildbox and you make a game and publish it and then refund it. And I was asking Trey.
Well, first off, you'd be a very rude person. To do that.
It would break our hearts.
No, I'm playing Yellow Boy. Okay, so this is exactly why we have the contracts. You just nailed the reason. Actually, two reasons why we have to put that in place and why other people in this industry do it, right? So for you guys who've been around for a while, Buildbox used to be $2,600. It was not cheap, and that's why we grew. That's how we paid great developers to keep continuing creating the product and get great guys like Zack here. And then we wanted to move to a $99 a month program. We also knew that a lot of people might do exactly what you're saying, get it and then refund.
Yeah.
So that's why we have the 1-year contract in place. Also, as I've mentioned a couple of times on a live stream, not in an official capacity, we're toying around with a more limited version of Buildbox that would be a free version, and how to do that. And if you have a free version, you pretty much have to do a contract. Mm-hmm. That's why other guys in the industry will either do try to sell an annual fee only, or like Unity require a 12-month contract, because you can imagine what would happen. So when we'd use the free version, they would make a game, they'd work on it for months, then they would buy Buildbox, they would export it so they get all the features, and then they would cancel the Buildbox immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
So that would not work. Anytime they needed an update, they just buy it and cancel. And we want to we want to continue growing as a company. So it's important for us to be able to charge for Buildbox.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah, and generate revenue. That would be a good idea for the company, right?
Yeah.
For long term.
So, hey, I got some more Android questions here. For Android testing, I think the easiest way is to have a testing build.gradle file used for every test. What do you think? You know what? I've tried using Android Studio because that's what's usually preferred by Google and stuff. So I tried it, and it was a headache. It was an absolute mess. So I'm gonna work with Nick. Eventually, we're gonna talk about possibly getting getting Gradle to getting some Gradle files to come with.
I'm gonna read his text messages real quick.
Oh yeah, this is good.
Yeah, it's Danny.
Yeah, Dan the man.
Yeah, it's TJ Danny. Yeah, there we go. Sorry.
Yeah. So we're possibly gonna work on that, but for right now, Eclipse works, and it works solid. Okay, we've got lots of people doing.
Yeah, I see a lot of drama about this. So is Android Studio? What's the deal? Is this like newer or something like that?
Yeah, Android Studio is newer. I think it was based off of this other thing that Andy used to use. Another guy in our company here, but.
Yeah. I see a lot of drama about that, but we're about to make all this a lot easier.
Yeah.
And you like it? Is it that too small for you? See, that way you don't have to scroll back and forth.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Smaller?
Yeah,
like
I got good vision. I can see.
Yeah,
oh my
like
goodness,
me.
I can't barely see it. It's so
You're
small.
not like me, like an old man, dude. I got reading glasses for the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a tough pill to swallow, man.
It's, most of these guys on here don't know anything about reading glasses. I don't think.
No.
But let me tell you, they work really good.
It happens. I've always wanted glasses.
Dude, hey, you know, my wife said I kind of look like a doctor with them on.
Yeah, see? You look smart. It's it's people totally...
Smart and sexy.
Yeah,
like
there you go. Yeah, so...
It's a good combo.
So maybe it's the best thing for you, yeah.
Yeah.
So...
I'm going to let you go to it, man. I'm going to
good.
finish this video I'm working on.
All right, see you, Trey. Okay, so... Andy, is there an easier way when you get the game screen opens to not immediately start playing the game? For example, is to have it paused and it only starts playing once you touch the screen. So are you talking about getting, is that for the load screen? Is there any way, are you asking, is there any way to make it so that the load screen doesn't just automatically go to the main menu? Or are you talking about making multiple UI transitions? Because if that's the case, if you want to just keep going from UI to UI, I think you already know, you know that though, Andy. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Buildbox enough to know that you can do UI transitions. You know what? A friend of mine just made a game. His name's Darius Guerrero, and he just made a game called my indie game dev story, and it's all UI transitions. It's a completely new thing that's been hasn't been done before with Buildbox, and it's a choose your own adventure narrative. So if you, based off of your choices, there's different endings to this game, and so it's kind of awesome. It's kind of cool, but it just uses UI transitions, so it's awesome. Okay. So let me keep going here. What is the website where they all publish the iPhone game for you? What is the website where they publish the iPhone game for you? You know what? I haven't heard of that website. That would be kind of cool. If there was a website that just asked for like a file or something and just like basic information and they churned it out for you. That would be kind of cool. I don't know that website though. Buildbox needs a future of holding items like in Limbo. Interesting. Okay, cool. I'll have to check that out actually, because I haven't seen that. Will there be Buildbox iOS? Well, Buildbox does work. Buildbox does work. You know, it does make iOS games, but I think what you're asking is, will there ever be a Buildbox app for iOS? I think that's what you're asking. And yes, eventually we're working on that. That's one of the things that we really want to do. We want to make a Buildbox app. So that's in the works. Let's see here. Curious, how many active subscribers do you have? I think we've got something like, well, active is the key word there. But we've got like something like 20,000, at least 20,000 subscribers. And I guess I don't really know how many of them are active. There's quite a few people on here right now, and everybody here is awesome. So they're all pretty active. There's a good amount of people, and you go on the forums too, and it's pretty busy as well. It's not boring at all. So that's cool. Man, I have just been gaggling like a couple geese here, man. It's 6 o'clock already. Okay, you know what, guys and gals, I actually need to head off now because it's the end of the workday and I got a few appointments to keep. So you know what I'm gonna do is eventually I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing live events and answering questions. Probably not be as long-winded. I'll try to get more to the point and be succinct, but what I want to do is I want to set up a regular schedule for me to come on and do live shows so that everybody can kind of get into a good flow, and so that we can just have like game making nights and stuff like that, and we all can make games together, and it will be so much fun. I'll finally have friends. Yeah, it'll be great. Anyways, okay, I'm goofing off here. Okay, so that's it for me today. I had a lot of fun. I'll let you know when I create a set schedule for my live events, and I'm going to be coming out with more videos soon. I don't think we'll see if I can get it done tomorrow, and I can get that Android video done tomorrow. If I can post it tomorrow, I will, so that people have the weekend so they can test their games out on their Android phones. I think that would be awesome. So I'm going to do my very best tomorrow to make that happen. Okay, everybody, I'll see you later.